Today I'll be doing a metal corner bead, and I need a piece of drywall from here to here. I've cut the drywall to length, and I'm using that as a guide to cut the metal bead. Very nice. Sometimes the ends will flare out a little bit. Just bend that back inward a little bit. Now, a lot of times with corner bead, the drywall will keep you spaced out far enough you can't reach the wood. Example, you're overlapping that one, and when you put this bead on there, where is the wood behind it? See? It's way out here. So you need to mount on the furthest holes on the edge. Drywall on. Fit this right up here. Line it up nice and straight. Lightly push it. And then here's the important check, which I'll give you a close-up. So you can see the light through there. And that's the amount of mud it's going to take to fill that. You want that on both sides. If you don't have it, it can turn into a nightmare. This side's a tad different because the wall is short here, but that's the general idea. Have some room for mud. So you want to use a drywall ring shanked nail. It grips tight. Gently press it into place. Check for fill. Fasten from the center. Both sides, work your way up and then down. Do a quick check for air. If you're good, continue that process the whole way. So here's the nailing. And if you're using screws, just pull them in a little bit. Nails, you can be a little flatter. You don't want to have anything sticking out. You can just easily check with your trowel. No click, nothing protruding. I'm not a fan of metal strips. However, this is a live and flip project, and the owner left a bunch of goodies behind. So here it is. This is my preference of corner, paper faced, and the nose is not quite as strong as this. So you gotta apply mud anyway. So skip the fastening, apply mud, put this right on, smooth it out. I'll be using the green lid. Here's my mud. It's pretty thick because we got a large area to fill. And this is where I just slap it on, man. Get sloppy with it, right? You want the mud on there. Just get it on there in the beginning, right? You just want to make it wider. Slowly take some mud off. Rest this on the nose, and this over here. And then it fills in the gap. Here I could go all the way to the wall, but I don't think so for the first coat. Whoa! Right here at the top, we got this big gap. So I'm gonna try a technique I learned from the doctor. And that would be the drywall doctor. Yeah, that's right. So as you can see, the gap has disappeared. The trick is take 2 pieces of flat, get them mudded up real good, and then just push it right up in there, both sides, right? Then, just smooth it out. Without moving the paper, all fixed. And then, load this up with mud, this whole area. Load it up with mud. And then, take a corner piece, your folded corner, right in there, just like that. And then, lightly push up in the corner. If you jam it, it'll go in the corner, and then it won't look so nice. A little bit of mud back here, I'll cut it off. One or the other. You either cut it, or put mud behind it. Nice! Smooth that out. Very nice, right? I knew you would agree. And then, the normal joint, right here. Now I'm not going to overlap joints. Since this is a flat, we want it as flat as possible. Real light handwork, so you don't move the tape. If you want to do it like this, it's approved by the doctor. And then let it dry overnight. All right, for the second coat, knock off any high spots. Usually going to be on the ridge here. Using the same thickness of mud. Now that I've got the mud on the wall, you just slowly start removing some, filling in voids. See, there's a void there. Fill that in first. Get it uniform. So when you make the large run, everything gets filled in. So this one here, I'm taking all the way to the wall. And then we'll use the big trowel on this one. Not sure if this is a factor or not, but I always get my blade with mud on it first. Clean it off. Seems to flow better. So we're getting wider and wider each pass. And this has voids in it. See right there? I guess I'll get that on the final pass. Got a little wrinkle here. So, I believe in this case, we want to float across that, which means release pressure when I get there. I'm not a professional drywaller. I just do what I can do. So I don't have to hire one, right? You know how much a drywall guy would charge to do a small job? You know, he's got to get in his truck. He's got to get his coffee. He's got to get out here. Time is money, as they say. All right, we'll let that dry and hit the final coat tomorrow. While that's drying, we'll inspect this corner. Nice and strong. We'll hit this whole area. Whoa, there's a booger in there. It's right here in my trowel. Goodbye. Things are a little rough up here, so I'm gonna go real thick and just try to fill the whole area. Kind of float across it. Yeah. I need a larger trowel. Much better. It's a big trowel to be in here. I like it. Now I messed up that. Drywalling, mud work. It's like a catch-22. But we get it looking halfway decent. Let it dry. And the third coat is going to take care of all the imperfections. Nice. All right. Let that dry. For the final coat, I'm going to try to spread it out from here to the edge. I've thinned out the mud just a little bit. I'll hit that side real quick, do a light sand, throw some paint at it. Here's the end results. Wow. The paint's still wet. Get a closer look. Gap filled in nicely. Everything looks good from here. Of course, the real check is when you get some light on it. I see some ridges here. I can see the tape line right there. So I can re-hit that, although I'm in the garage. I'll probably leave it go. And I have to admit, I didn't shine the light on this before I sanded. So I could have caught all this ahead of time. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. And in the next video, I'll be installing an inside corner that has a large gap. So if you'd like to see that, or a door replacement, I'll leave a link right here, over there,